So welcome. Let me know if you're here. Let me know if you're joining me. Um, I'm Alicia Hartzell, for those of you who might not know me. And I'm going to be talking about connecting to our higher self, why this is so important, what it can do for us. And let me know if you guys can hear me okay. I've got a different setup than I normally do. Um, just closing some of my thousands of tabs I have open here. Um, okay, good. There we are. So it looks like a couple of you are here. Hi, Tanya. So if you are here, let me know that you're here. I can see a few of you are on. So I'm going to be talking about our higher self, as I just said. And where are my notes? This is a really, really important topic. And this is one of the challenges that I hear from my students and clients. One of the most common challenges that I hear from people is that they feel like they don't know how to connect to their higher self, or they're not feeling that connection to their higher self. So I'm going to be doing some healing today, and I'm also going to be doing 2 brand new sacred soul alignments, and I'm going to be guiding you guys through a process of connecting to your higher self that you can use every day. I do this myself every day before I get out of bed, and it makes a really big difference. And I kind of got off track with my schedule in the last week or so. I went to a really powerful retreat in Crestone, Colorado, and then I went directly to my daughter's college graduation, and then I got sick. And so all of that kind of happening, I got off my routine. And even though it takes me 10 minutes in the morning before I get out of bed, I skipped it for a few days, and I really, really noticed a difference in the way that I was feeling throughout my whole day. So this is something easy that everyone can do. We can build it in to our routine, no matter what we do. Everyone has, 5 minutes to spend in the morning. I'm sure we can all find 5 minutes, and especially for something so important. So I'm going to be teaching you guys just a quick, easy process that you can use in the morning. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Melina, Kathy. Yay. Thank you guys for joining me. Okay, so by consciously connecting to our higher self, we are able to embrace and embody more and more of our divine self, our holy Christ self, to live with more discernment, to become true co-creators, to be in alignment with our purpose in this lifetime. And every one of you here has a huge purpose. And if you begin your day by connecting to your higher self, you're going to notice that your life begins to change. If this is not something that you're already doing and you add this in, you're going to feel more in alignment as your day goes on. Things are going to be easier. Your day will flow better. It really, truly will. Because you'll be living through that connection to your higher self just by intending and consciously connecting with your higher self. Now, of course, we're always connected with our higher self because it's part of who we are. It's our true self. It's our divine self. But when we don't, we tend to be so much in our human experience that we really need to consciously make that connection. And by making that connection consciously and doing this consistently, it really, really builds that being able to feel that connection and being able to live from that place. And when we live from that place, we really have a better, deeper understanding of ourself and of the world around us, of everyone around us. We have clarity. We can make choices and decisions from that place, which really is discernment, right? So I'm going to be clearing up some beliefs and patterns and even some oath vows and contracts that could be standing in the way of you being able to feel that connection with your higher self. And I'm going to talk about why this is so important, more why this is so important. I want to look at my notes here for a second. So this is really something that we need to do every day. We can't just do it once and, be like, okay, I'm good, I connected. It's a really, it's a process, it's a connection, it's a relationship with ourself. And it's really, really important. It's the most important relationship that we have, is that relationship with ourself and the divine part of ourself. So consciously and intentionally connecting to your high self connects you to the divine part of you, your creator self, and it allows you to get answers for yourself without going outside of yourself, which is so important. And that allows you to become a sovereign being. The more sovereign we are, the less any negative energy can attach to us or affect us. And we really truly have the ability to surpass all of that, to transcend all of that, to transcend, getting entity attachments, to transcend allowing other people's emotions to attach to us or affect us, to allow the state of the world to affect us, to allow the state of our life to affect us. Our sovereignty allows us to live in a higher place, a higher vibration, no matter what is going on in our life or the world around us. And when we're spiritually sovereign, what that means is we recognize our God self, our divine creator self. And we realize that we're not all of these false personas that we've taken on, that we've fabricated, that our ego has fabricated or told us is the truth of who we are. You know that your divine self is your innermost self, and it's as close to you as your own heart. It is who you are. And you stand strong in this knowing. And you understand the reason that you're here on this earth is to embody the life of your soul, for your soul to have a body and to have that human experience. So it's really, really important, and connecting to our higher self consistently is one of the biggest ways that we can step into our own sovereign being. So doing all of this brings you more into alignment with your soul's purpose. It brings you clarity. It allows you to live with more discernment. It opens the gateways and channels for you to connect with and receive guidance and healing from guides, masters, and teachers, and from your own self, like I said, receiving guidance and information without going outside of yourself. Now, connecting to guides, masters, and teachers, I consider that very, very close to not going outside of ourselves. Not having to run to a healer or, a friend even to get advice, really being able to sit with your own self and knowing what is in alignment for you. There's really nothing greater in this life than being able to do that. Connecting to your higher self and having that connection on a daily basis in a regular way in your life allows you to interact with and communicate with everyone around you from a higher place. It will change the way that you show up in the world, and it will change the way that people relate to you. It will change your relationships with everyone around you. You can set the intention to communicate from your higher self to the higher self of your partner, of your child, of your friends, of your clients, of the people standing in line with you in the grocery store. It will change the way that you interact with everyone around you. So the difficulty some people experience in connecting to their higher self is often difficulty recognizing their own divinity. And this can be for a few different reasons. It can be one of the main things that I see is religious programming, whether this lifetime, another lifetime, something we've taken on from the collective. Most people have religious programming, and some people have a lot of religious programming. That's something that I've had to work through personally in my life. This can also be because of unworthiness or even guilt and shame about who we believe we are. And connecting to this divine part of ourself is also unfamiliar for many people. We're not used to doing that. We're used to living in the human part of ourself. So sometimes it's just a matter of doing this practice consistently to really be able to strengthen and feel that connection. And as you regularly connect to your higher self, you're going to notice that it seems like you're accessing higher and higher parts of yourself, and that's because you will be. The more you step into your sovereign self, the higher parts of yourself you'll be able to access. And this is very exciting. Very, very exciting. And this is something that I've experienced a lot of, regularly being able to access higher and higher parts of myself. And, that just unlocks so much. So I'm going to clean up some negative programming, and then I am going to do a few downloads. And then I'm going to take you guys through a process to connect to your higher self, and I'm going to run 2 brand new Sacred Soul alignments. They're not even on my list yet for the advanced class that I'm doing this weekend for my Sacred Soul Alignment practitioners. They just actually came through yesterday when I was really tuning into this live stream that I was going to do. And those are, the alignments are called Highest Self and Sovereignty. So really helping you connect, strengthen that connection, feel that connection to your highest self, and to step into your own sovereign being. So don't be driving when listening to this part of the live stream. If you're driving, just come back. And I'm just going to look and see if there's any questions. Hi, Lisa Jo. Hi, Noni. Hi, Shantona and Olivia. I can only see 4 comments right now. Looks like Adriano is here, and Melanie also, and Misty, Gretchen, Doris. Yay. Okay, so let's do this healing. Truly, this is one of the most important spiritual, I would say, I'm going to make a bold statement and say this is the most important spiritual practice that we can do, is connecting to our divine self. So, I'm going to start by clearing up any belief. Now, as I'm talking, if anybody here who's on with me live has a thought that's triggered, like, this triggers another belief that you feel like might be hiding out in your subconscious, go ahead and type that in. And I can only see 4 comments at once, so I'm going to try to keep an eye on that, on those comments in case anybody types anything in. So let's clear up any belief that anyone has hanging out in their unconscious mind about not being a divine being, about being less than, unequal to your own divinity. So anywhere that anyone is carrying any of those beliefs, anywhere we've inherited those in our DNA, brought those in from another lifetime, anywhere there's a belief that we are not divine creator beings, or that we are less than the creator, pulling that from all lifetimes, all levels, from the DNA and ancestry, all cells of the body, all cellular memory, all shock and trauma from ever living this way. Source of all, in light and love, change it. Thank you. Whew. Good. Okay. Anywhere that we have a belief that we have to go through someone else to access this part of ourself. A lot of times this is a belief around, like having to go through a priest or a mediator to access our own divinity. So let's clear up any of that, any oath, vow, agreement, or contract we've ever taken to have to live that way. Creator, change it now. Thank you. Okay, I'm just going to check the comments here. Hi, Dawn. Okay, so I don't see any comments about any beliefs that are coming up for you guys. So let's also clear up any oath, vow, or contract that we have ever taken or entered into, or agreement to be separate from our own divinity, to be separate or separated from our high self, from our God self, from our creator self. Any oath, vow, agreement, or contract. So creator, change all of that now. Thank you. In love and light. So I'm actually seeing some contracts being burned, contracts of being separate or separated from our divine self. Good. All right. Anywhere that we are carrying a belief or an agreement to deny our own divinity, that we are not allowed to access or claim our divinity. Anywhere that there's a belief that we aren't a divine being, that we are cut off from our divinity. Okay, so, and let's also clear any shock and trauma from any time that we actually have claimed our divinity and that we've been killed for it or ostracized for it or harmed in any way in the claiming and living of our own divinity. So all of that across all time, all directions of time, all of those agreements, contracts, source of all, love and light, change it. Yeah, that had a lot of energy on it. I'm just going to look at the comments real quick. Okay, punished for thinking differently, worthlessness. So let's clear that. Anywhere that we've ever been punished for thinking or believing or acting differently, even killed for it, all shock and trauma from all lifetimes, source of all love and light, change it. Oh, that's a good one, Lisa Jo. And let's, I've also got worthlessness and unworthiness that I'm going to be clearing here. So we're going to pull guilt, shame, unworthiness, and then also add in worthlessness that is preventing or blocking communication or connection, feeling the connection. We're all always connected, but feeling the connection to our higher self, to our divine self, to our creator being. All right, all guilt, shame, unworthiness, worthlessness, and all shock and trauma around those connections. Source of all love and light, change it. All right, and let's pull all religious trauma. So I kind of did this a minute ago, but I'm going to say it this way too. All religious trauma for claiming our own divinity. Anywhere that we are holding the belief that that's blasphemous to claim our own divinity. Anywhere we've been punished for claiming our own divinity, ostracized, murdered, imprisoned, in any oath, vow, and contract and agreement we've ever taken to never make that connection again. So source of all, in love and light, throughout all time, all directions of time, pulling all cellular memory, all shock and trauma. Change it, thank you. Good. Okay, I want to see if there's any other. Oh, not enough. That's a good one, Mona. Feeling unworthy and like a wall exists. Okay, so not enough. Anywhere that we just simply aren't good enough. We're not enough to connect with God, to connect with our higher self. Again, it's that unworthiness. And anywhere that we have actually, so I'm actually seeing like a block placed in, for some of you, like Pamela is saying, a wall. So let me pull this ego's protection to stay away from discomfort. That's good. And I feel like that is part of that wall. So I'm going to address that separately. So all that I just said, pulling all shock and trauma, all oath, vows, and contracts, source of all love and light, change it. Okay, so anywhere that anybody has actually had placed themselves or allowed anyone else to place a barrier between their human self and their divine self. Anywhere that there's a barrier there, energetically, that has either been placed by us, by our ego part of us, anywhere we've allowed any other being to place a barrier there asking for that to be dissolved now. And I'm actually seeing that being dissolved. I'm seeing light coming in. So some of you might be feeling some energy in your crown. That feels really good. By magic, by black magic or an entity. Okay. Hi, Amir. Insignificant, unworthiness to manifest desires with higher self. Okay. Okay, it feels like there's something specific around that, Amir. I'm going to tune into that. Okay, so let's clear up any shock and trauma from anywhere that we have attempted to misuse our own divinity in order to get what we wanted. Anywhere that we've attempted to or misused our own divinity or believe that we have, all shock and trauma from that and from all lifetimes and anywhere we're holding that for the collective or holding that in our DNA. I'm going to just throw in there also any black magic that we've ever taken part in that's allowed any entities to attach. I'm actually seeing some entities attached, like the connection in some people's crowns. So first I want to clear up all that stuff I just said, all shock and trauma, all of those agreements and contracts. Source of all love and light, change it. And any entities that are hooked into anybody's crown or anywhere that any entities are blocking or preventing any of these connections to our own divine self. Good. Yeah, that was, there was some energy there. And it's also pulling me where that we believe we're insignificant. We're too insignificant to be a divine being or to connect to our divine self. Source of all love and light, change it. Whew, good. You guys have got some good additions here. Okay. So I'm going to download some intention statements to really anchor in these connections. So let's download, I know what it feels like to know and understand and believe that I am a divine being in a human body. I know what it feels like to be a sovereign being, the definition, perspective, and source of what that means. I know how to recognize my own higher self, and I know how to communicate with my higher self, and I know how to communicate from my higher self to the higher selves of those around me. So Creator is commanded to teach everyone all of these using all these words. And anything in the way of that is a source of all love and light, change it. Good. Okay. Yeah, that was a big one. Okay, so now I'm going to guide you guys through a connection to your higher self. This is basically what I do every morning, and I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to actually get a recording of that you can use every day after I do all this work. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through connecting to your own higher self, and then I'm going to run the two alignments in that space of connection. The alignments highest self and the alignment sovereignty. So helping you strengthen and feel that connection to your highest self and helping you step more into your own sovereign being. Okay, so just get comfortable and don't be driving. And close your eyes and take a deep breath. Centering yourself in your heart and taking a moment to call back all of your awareness, call back all aspects of yourself, anywhere you've scattered around, any of your energy or any parts of yourself, calling all of that back in now. And just beginning to notice that all around you are particles of light, sparks of light. This is divine source energy, and this is part of who you are. Begin to pull this light into your body, allowing it to fill every cell and molecule, and gathering in the center of your heart, forming a beautiful ball of light. And from this ball of light, send down a grounding cord going down from your heart into your solar plexus, into your sacral chakra, into your root chakra, going out the base of your tailbone, going down into the earth, all the way into the heart chakra of Mother Earth. And just see, feel, or imagine this beautiful crystalline energy in the center of the earth, which is pure, unconditional love and support. Just anchor your grounding cord in here. And this connection to Mother Earth is so important. And just allow yourself to begin to pull up that Mother Earth energy. Just see it coming up as a vortex, a swirl of energy coming up your grounding cord, traveling all the way through the earth, up into your feet, up your legs, into your root chakra, your sacral, your solar plexus, your heart. And from your heart, send a golden thread up from your heart, pulling that Mother Earth energy up with you into your throat chakra, your third eye, your crown. And sending this golden thread out your crown and traveling up to your higher self. Just set the intention to connect with your higher self without expectation of what this is going to look like or feel like. Just allowing yourself just to feel the energy of that connection. If you're visual, you may get an image. I'm hearing some sound coming in. It almost sounds like a choir of angels. I'm just really feeling the pure love from your divine self. Noticing if there's any colors that are coming to mind or that you are seeing in your mind's eye. Noticing any feeling in your body, any feeling in your heart. And just locking all of that in so that you can remember this feeling, so that you can recognize this connection. And I'm just going to go ahead and begin to run the Sacred Soul Alignment Highest Self to help you really amplify those feelings and those connections. Opening up this channel of connection from your crown and your heart to your higher self. Really feeling this in your heart. Feeling this love and devotion from your divine self to your human self. Feeling this in your heart. And just anchoring this golden thread from your heart to the heart of your higher self. So now there's a solid, tangible connection here. And you can ask your higher self to give you a sign or a signal for this connection, whether it's a color that you see in your mind's eye, a feeling in your body, a feeling in your heart, a word that comes into your mind, an image, and just anchoring that in and locking that in to every cell of your body so that you recognize this connection. And now taking this one step further and asking to access the highest part of your higher self that's available to you in this moment. And you may feel yourself going a little bit higher. And now just asking your higher self basically to stand watch at the doorway of your day, of your life, to act as a guardian, to allow and bring you all of the right situations that are most in your highest and best good, the people that are in your highest and best good, to bring you ideas and information that is in your highest and best good, and to keep out situations, people, thoughts that are less than your highest and best good. And I'm going to bring in the sacred soul alignment sovereignty. That feels really strong. So, really being able to get a glimpse and a glimmer of your sovereign self, your divine self, your God self, your creator self, allowing that to flow in and fill every cell of your body. And now just asking as you go about your day that you are able to communicate from your higher self to the higher self of everyone you come into contact with. Communicating on this higher level, on this higher plane. Bringing you discernment around every choice and decision that you make as you move through your day. And now just maintaining this connection with this golden thread between the heart of your higher self and your own heart. Just begin to travel back down into your own heart, maintaining that connection, keeping that channel open, but just bringing yourself into your own heart space. And noticing that your heart is expanding now with this connection. And you may see a light from your heart going in all directions. Allow that light to just fill every cell of your body. Allow this light from the center of your heart to expand out into all of your subtle bodies, your etheric body, your emotional body, your mental body, your astral body, your divine body. Just see this light, bright, bright light surrounding you in all directions. And just knowing what this will feel like to go about your day from this space. And when you're ready, you can take a deep breath and open your eyes. Okay, so yay, you're welcome. Um, so I'd love to hear how that connection felt to you guys. If it felt, those of you who may have struggled with this connection, if that really felt more, if you felt it more strongly, I would love to hear if anybody got like a sign or a signal that you can really anchor in to recognize that connection. So this is all something that I'm going to be doing in a program that I have coming up called Sacred Illumination. And it's a 4-week program. And really, it's this program has been born from seeing that the need for a really solid foundation of practices for people. People are waking up at such a extremely fast rate, and I think a lot of us, things just go so quickly that we don't ever, we kind of bypass that really solid foundation. And I've really seen a need for that. So I'm going to be introducing you guys to a lot of spiritual, those of you who join me, to spiritual practices and techniques that are going to really lay that strong foundation. Whether you've been on this journey for many years or you're just starting, this is going to really meet you where you're at, and it's going to take you to much higher levels. It's going to really help the ongoing evolution, basically, that we are all in, and our ongoing expansion as healers, as spiritual beings that are living in light and love, whether you're a healer working with others or you're just working with yourself. This is going to transform pretty much every level of your spiritual practices. So I'm just going to briefly tell you guys what it's about. So we start on June 11th, and I made the investment for this class extremely affordable because I feel like it's so important. So the class is just $197 for the entire 4-week journey. And if you register within the next 3 days by Thursday at midnight, so it's a little bit less than 3 days. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you have to register. You're going to get 2 bonus recordings. So one of them is going to be the meditation that I mentioned. It's about a 6-minute meditation, and I made it short so that you can use it daily to connect to your higher self. So I found when I'm learning like a new process, it's really helpful for me to have it guided so that I can really memorize the process and learn it without having to think about it. And a lot of times I just like to be guided in processes anyway, so that I can really be in it and not having to be thinking about it. So it's designed to be used every day, and I walk you through the connection to your higher self. And I also run the 2 sacred soul alignments that I gave you guys today to really continue that strengthening of that process. So it's easy to use every day. And the other one is a recording of 7 sacred soul alignments to amplify your intuition and increase your psychic abilities. The sacred soul alignments: seeing with your third eye, crystalline energy, multidimensional self, anger and resentment release, guilt and shame release, truth and trust, and magic. So you'll get those 2 bonuses if you register by Thursday at midnight Pacific time. So for this program, I also have something really exciting that is a VIP option. And it includes 2 private sessions and a programmed pendulum. So I gave pendulums that I make and program as a bonus on my for my Sacred Soul Alignment certification last round, and I had so many people ask me if they could buy these pendulums. So I'm giving that as a bonus for the VIP option. So I'm only allowing 6 spots to be open for that because it's I don't offer private sessions very often. And so if you want to take advantage of that, my normal private session rate is $500 for one session, but you can get the program and the 2 sessions and the pendulum for $777, or 4 payments of $400. So basically $444. So basically it's like getting one session for free. And I have a sales page that is in process, but it has all the information and you can sign up. So I'll share that link in just a minute. So again, I'm only opening 6 spots for that VIP. So through this program, this 4 weeks, you'll learn how to tap into and heighten your unique innate spiritual gifts so that you can really be in your power as a spiritual being, stepping into your own sovereign being. I'll be helping you connect with your divine guides and your higher self. We're going to do more work around the higher self so that you can easily receive and interpret the messages that will begin to really rapidly start coming in for you when you open up these connections. You learn to correctly use and maximize the benefits of spiritual tools and techniques. I'm going to teach about muscle testing. I'm going to teach about oracle and tarot cards. I do cards really differently from a lot of people that I know. Pendulums, crystals, and a whole bunch of spiritual tools I'm going to be teaching about, because those are really really powerful things that we can use to get information and guidance from our own higher self and from our guides, our personal guides. It will, you'll also open up and connect with your hidden skills, such as intuitive and psychic skills. Basically, you identifying your specific clair abilities and how to strengthen those. And that will help really become a conscious co-creator. Being able to really get messages and step in, all of this, is going to help be more of a conscious co-creator. We are creator beings. And when we can really claim that and step into that, it completely transforms everything about our lives. And you're going to learn, I'm going to be doing several attunements throughout this program that are brand new. And I'm going to also talk about creating sacred space within yourself and your own heart, and sacred space in your environment, which is really, really important. So class 1 is going to be about connecting to your higher self and your divine spiritual guides. We're going to go deeper even than we did today with the higher self and the sovereign being piece of that. Class 2 is going to be about identifying and intensifying your clair senses, and there's going to be an attunement to help you open up those channels even further. Class 3 is going to be about maximizing the power of spiritual tools and techniques for desired outcomes. I'm really excited about this one because this is something that I haven't talked about very much, but something that I really do a lot of in my own personal life. And then class 4 is going to be about creating a high vibrational spaces within yourself, that sacred space within yourself, which is crucial. And there will also be an attunement. So I'm going to share the link for you guys if you feel called to this. And the sales page is being organized a little bit, but all of the information is there, and the link to, or the different payment options are there too. So that's the link to the program we're starting on. Post a Kajabi link. Yes, this is Kajabi. And if anybody needs a different way to pay, I believe Kajabi you should be able to pay with a credit or debit card or PayPal. But if that's an issue for you, just let me know and I can send you a different link. So if you guys have any questions about that program, I'm really excited about it. This is a program I've been working on and planning for several months, but I was really called to step back and take a little bit of, not really time off, but to delay some of the things that I had planned so that I could focus on what's been coming in for me, which has been I don't even have words for what's been coming in for me the last couple of months. I've got so many exciting things planned, but I kept being told I needed to wait and wait and wait and wait. So this is a program that I've been sitting on for several months, and now is the divine time to actually teach this class. So I'm super excited. And I'll be going to Mount Shasta right before we start. So I know that I'm going to be getting some really good stuff when I'm in Mount Shasta. That energy will also be infused in this class. And I just got done with a really amazing retreat in Crestone, Colorado. And so much has come through since that retreat that it's like I feel like I'm almost living in a different reality now since a week and a half ago. So everything is changing, everything is amplifying, and now is the time to really claim our own sovereign self, because we are in. I've been saying this lately. We're not on the edge of ascension anymore. We are in it. So now is the time to really step into that. And I know that this is why I kept being guided to wait on this class, because now is the time that the gates have been opened, and I can't wait to help you guys really create this solid foundation and create these connections on an even higher level. So I'm going to be in here in this group doing live streams with kind of some of the sample of the class like I did today. I'll be in here at 10 o'clock tomorrow, Wednesday, and at 10 o'clock Thursday as well. So I hope you guys can join me for that. I love doing this stuff. I love doing live streams in my group. And so thank you. So many of you joined me today. Thank you so much for joining me and for staying through the whole thing. And I also would love to hear more about how that connection felt for you guys today. So yes, Grace, this is once a week. It's going to be on Mondays, and the classes will be about an hour, possibly a little bit longer. So between an hour to an hour and a half. And it will be for 4 weeks, and everyone will receive the recordings of all the classes. It will be up in Kajabi, so you'll have access to that forever, and you can download the audios and the manuals. There's also manuals that will come with it, so that you can really, and the manuals really are, the written word that will be in the manuals are encoded with different energies. So when you read those manuals, it's going to unlock even more. So I put the link in there, and the sales page looks a little bit weird. I haven't had my team fix it up for me, but it has all the information there, and you can still sign up. So thank you guys, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow as well. And some of you I'll see in a couple hours for my masterclass on the Ascended Masters with Kimberly that we're doing at 1:30. So some of you I'll see there, and hopefully the rest of you I will see tomorrow when I'll be in here live at 10 o'clock Pacific time. Have a good day, everyone. Bye.